to EASQuaranTap. My name is Eric Arias-Sudera, and today's class is another beginner tap class. For those of you who are brand new, welcome. This will be a good start for you guys. I also have other videos. If you look to my very first beginner tap class 1, that's where I break down things very much so. But for this one, it's going to be a pretty basic class for you to follow. For those of you who are returning, we are doing some new exercises today. These are brand new step, and a couple exercises, well, a couple meaning like one or two, that work on that new stuff we're going to work on today. Trying to think if there's anything else. This is kind of basically it. I always forget what to say. I keep missing my own lines, but I don't remember. But anyway, welcome. How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. So we're going to start off with a warm-up. Warm-up is the same as usual. I'm going to do what I did last time, which is add triplets to the to our ankle exercise in the beginning of the warm-up. Starting off with rolling our ankles to the right, then rolling our ankles to the left. Roll your other ankle to the left, then roll it to the right. Afterwards, we're going to start to the front. Now, if you're brand new, just letting you know, the formula for these exercises usually we'll go start from the front, go to the side, go to the back, and go to the side and back together. And the same thing with the left side, right? And then from here, all we're doing is we're putting our foot up. And by the way, you don't need, if you're brand new, you don't need tap shoes for this as well. If you are brand new to this these classes, you can do this in your shoes or even socks. As long as you feel the floor and you feel what your feet are doing, you'll be fine. You can still learn this. But I have tap shoes on this floor because it is safe. I'm not scratching the floor and it's not scratching my shoes, but also so you hear what we're trying to accomplish ultimately. Yeah. Anyway, so after rolling your ankles out, we're going to start with our right foot to the front. We're going to hit 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, if you haven't done this yet in my class, we're just going to do triplet timing, meaning we're hitting in threes, kind of a slower triplet, yeah? And I'll demonstrate basically with the downbeat, you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3, hold, 1, 2, 3. Just hitting the beat in threes. And this is just to help us understand our control with our ankles. That way we can hit faster beats and be able to hold at the same time, right? And it's also a way to manipulate the music that we're listening to, training our ears as musicians. A lot going on, I promise you. I thought about this. So, basically, it's going to be 8 times tapping on the regular downbeat, then another 8 count of triplets. 1, 2, 3, well, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, I think it's an 8 count. Yeah, it's the same slow 8 counts. Within the second slow 8 count, we're doing the triplets. Triplet, 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 right? Same to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Triplet, 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 triplet. After that, we're going to go to the back, yeah? Now with the back, for those of you who already know, this is going to be old information, but still good to keep in mind. For those who are brand new, a lot of times with tap, you want to keep it in a nice plie position. Not too much over your knees bent. You don't want to keep your knees straight, but just comfortable enough for your body that you'll be able to bring your feet back. Be sure that you are not turning out your foot too much and you're not keeping it turned in. You're going to want your outside foot to be turned out naturally, right? So same deal here. To make this easier for you and allow your ankle to have that space to tap the floor, you're going to want to just be up just a smidge off the floor and keep it turned out just a bit. Same deal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Last time to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This time we're going to do 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. That's the last third one. Then together we're going to hold and get ready to start on the left side, right? So one more time. We did the back. Coming to the second side, to the side again. Same 8. Then we're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3 together, and then we do the left side. The left side is going to be the same deal. 8 taps, triplets. 8 taps, triplets. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same thing with the back. Same deal here. Keep the right foot. You're keeping it plie. When you go to the back, plie a little more and give yourself that space. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Same to the side. Remember, when we go to the side the second time, we're doing those triplets 3 times. The first part is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Together. We're only going to do one side each. After that, we're going to stretch our quads a little bit so we can loosen our legs up for the next couple exercises. Sound good? I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be great. Just keep it with me in the music. If not, rewind this and you can try this again, yeah? I want to say that's everything in the warm-up. Yeah, let's just go for it. See how it goes. I'm sure you'll like this song. Here we go. So you're going to beat, we're going to roll our ankles out first, yeah? Roll the right ankle out just to the right. Reach every direction. Other side. Left foot. Other foot. Alright, here we go. She had a little bit to the front, right foot first. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, triplets. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, triplets. 1, 2, 3, Makes sense? That was tricky. I like the song, but it does have this little end count. However, it's a good way for you to keep with the downbeat while the music is giving a lot of accents around. You know, a part of this, as learning to be a tap dancer, is also learning to be a musician. So I think it's a pretty good challenge. All right, so our next exercise, we're just going to work with the ball and our heels or feet. Now, for those of you who are brand new, when I say ball of the foot, I mean the front part of your shoe or your foot. Back, and the heel obviously is the back plate, yeah? It's going to be pretty simple. We're going to try this. I'm going to explain the exercise to you. We'll try without music, and then we're going to go with music at that point, yeah? So, you're just going to start. It's kind of a cramp roll, but a slow cramp roll, meaning you're going to have 4 sounds switching between the ball and the feet, or the heels. So you have, starting with the right foot, you're going to hit the ball. Then the left foot, ball. Then the right foot, heel. Left foot, heel. It's part 1. Yeah, we'll try that again. So we're doing right, left, left. One more time. Right, left, left. From there, this is going to be an added exercise to those of you who have done this before. It's trickier in brain-wise, but it's nothing faster, nothing too crazy. You're going to do what's called a flap, basically 2 sounds with your ankle, yeah? So after you've done 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, you're going to flap to the front. 5, 6. Then you're going to use your heel on the other foot. 7. Then bring it back together. 8. Now, for those of you who've taken my class, I have said previously, flaps are usually on the and count, which is true. But you can also do them at once. There's no grand rule about when you have to do this timing. What I was saying before was that flaps are usually on the and counts. But for this exercise, I'm specifically putting it on the 1 or the downbeat, so that's a little easier to follow, and that way we can keep track of the downbeat. But later on, I can add it into an and count, but I don't want to go too crazy just yet, yeah? So one more time, just that second part. You just did right ball, right heel, left heel. And then from there, you're gonna flap to the front. 5, landed on 6, left heel on 7, and then back on 8. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want you to still understand your weight distribution and being in control of. All right, so sorry, I think we had a little disable breakdown. Okay, cool. All right, so coming back to what we were just doing. So with the exercise we just did, right, left. From here, we're gonna flap from the front. 5, 6, left heel, 7, and then bring the foot down 8, yeah? From there, same thing to the side, right? Same thing with, we're gonna start again with the right foot. Right, left, flap to the right. 5, 6, 7, and then 8, yeah? Going to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then flap to the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this part's tricky. I haven't done any flaps in the back so far, but essentially the idea is you're going to want to turn your foot out a little bit. Obviously you can't point the foot towards the direction you want to go, that's turning out too much, but you're going to kind of do it to the side, right? And like I said previously in my class, your flap is from the ankle, and it's just basically slapping the floor on the way to whatever direction it's going, right? So it should still apply to when you're going backwards, yeah? Your foot ankle is still going down to slap the floor and then coming in to land in the back, right? It's the same deal as if you're going to the side, right? Normally you can point your foot to the side, which is what you're doing, but now you kind of have to put your foot in the general direction without turning all the way out because our bodies don't do that. So I'm basically going to the side and back. Or if you think of it this way, you're flapping backwards to left, yeah? Then after that, to the left, eight. Then we're going to do it again on the right side one more time. Right ball, right heel, left heel. Then from there, we're going to flap to the right, full, flap, heel, together. Cool? Same thing on the left side. We're going to start with the left foot. Left, right. Flap to the front. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go to the left. Right. 5, 6, right. Heel, together. Now to the back. Right. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Left. Right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of sort of makes sense? Okay, and the music we're going to, the downbeat is kind of, let's see. 5, 6, this is the rhythm, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, heel together, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left and down. That sort of makes sense? To help with your brain, when you're doing the right side, you're flapping the right, but you're heeling on the left. When you're doing the left side, you're flapping with the left, but you're heeling on the right, yeah? This is so your brain is kind of still stretched a little bit to work out both feet instead of concentrate one at a time, yeah? Try real quick on your own. I think I gotta fix something here real quick. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's try out music, see how it goes. And like I said, there's no pressure here, nothing to be doing perfect about. But if you want, rewind the video, try it again. I encourage you to do that. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna move to the chorus so that way you have a little more music. Are you ready? This is a downbeat. You hear that? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left heel and together, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, to the back. 6, left heel, down. One more time. Heel, pull, left heel, left side. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember 2. That's left, right, pull, back, heel, 7, and left, right, heel, together. Last time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Kind of get the idea? I'm sure you did fantastic. It was, it's not too bad. But if you wanted to, if you need a little more extra challenge, rewind that, try it again, and try to go go double time, yeah? So, it's possible. Yeah, and I encourage you to push yourself a little bit if you want that extra challenge. If not, I hope you got a challenge from just that, and I hope you're having fun with this, yeah? Next exercise. So So this next one is going to work on what the new step is going to be today. So kind of engaging over flaps, right? So now what we're going to do is called the flat ball change. And if you're not familiar with the ball change, that basically means on the balls of your feet, right? Anytime that you are changing your weight, you change your weight on the balls of your feet, which means you're kind of up on your toes a little bit, on the metatarsals really, on the ball of your foot, the ball being the bone. But you're not necessarily flat foot, yeah? You can be for this exercise, but just so you're aware, the ball of your feet meaning up on the balls of your feet, literally, yeah? So what's going to happen is, this step normally travels forward because of the intention of where it's coming from, but for this exercise, and probably because, well, really for me, you can do what you like as far as traveling, but if you want to try it in place, here's how, yeah? Essentially what's going to happen is we're going to do a flap, then ball change from there, right? And just like I said before, flap is 2 sounds. It goes with the syllable full lap. Well, not the syllables, but you get what I'm saying. So you have full lap, right? It's coming in front of you. Now from here, because the weight of your foot is on the front, this back foot is free, which means you can hit the ball of your foot here, ball, and then now that you put it back on this foot, you're going to change to the front. Change, right? Now we're back on the right foot. So let's try that first part again, yeah? So you just did full lap, hit the left ball, ball, right ball, change, ball, change. Does that make sense? Also 2 sounds, ball, change. You have full lap, ball, change, yeah? And essentially, you're still keeping your weight forward, but your body is ever so slightly leaning forward and back so that each foot is free to do what's necessary, yeah? One more time, and I'll do it sideways so you can see what's happening with my legs, yeah? So I'm going full lap, ball, change. And you can kind of see my body weight shifting a little bit, and you'll feel it too, because you have to change your weight in order to make it possible, yeah? Full lap to the front, so this is free, ball back, so this is free, change, yeah? Now, from there, just do the first one. Second one is the same thing on the left foot. And you'll be changing your body weight the same exact way, just in opposition, yeah? Now that your back foot is free, flapping towards the front. Full lap. Generally, you want to get it past your foot, yeah? You can do it in here, but just for right now, it'll be a little difficult. So aim to kind of get around in front of your foot, yeah? Full lap, weights here, ball, now the weight's here, change. Kind of starting to make sense? When you do it all together, I'm going to back up a little bit so you get the idea. Do it all together, it should be one continuous motion, yeah? Try with me. Right foot, you're going full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Kind of sort of makes sense? Now, if you want to do it in place, basically what has to happen is your ball change cannot travel forward, right? If you're going to do it here in place, where your feet are shoulder width length apart, you're going to flap to the front, right? Full lap. I'm still going to change my body weight, but I'm not going to move my feet. My feet are not going to go forward. They're just going to stay in place. Ball, change. And I slightly bring my front foot back, so my left foot doesn't have to travel as far to get past it, right? Now, there's no being thumb or rule saying you've got to pass your feet in order to travel. I mean, really you do. My point is that if you think about it in that way, it'll help you travel if you want to travel the step. But for this case, if you want to do it in place, ball, change, kind of bring that foot back, so now you can flap with this foot. Go a little bit forward, full lap, ball, change. Same deal, you just kind of keep it back, yeah? And essentially, you can stay in place, right? Because the flap's going forward, but the ball change is bringing it back. Does that make sense? Let's do it one more time all together, really quick. Slowly without music. 5, 6, 7, 8. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Full lap, ball, change. Kind of, sort of. So, in this case, we're not going to flap on the and count. Meaning, we're going to still have the downbeat, but we're going to hit on the in between those downbeats, yeah? So if we had 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3. Does that make sense? I'll do one more time for you. Try with me. We're just starting so we understand when we're starting. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3. Yeah, does that make sense? I try to downbeat with my hand while my feet are doing end counts, and I don't have a drummer's brain. That's hard. But you get the idea, yeah? So let's go ahead and try that with music right quick. I really should have some kind of program that I can just have ready to go. I promise I'll get better at this, I promise. Kind of so I get the idea. Here, let's listen to music real quick, so you get the idea. This I said downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, for the beginning, for the first part of this, we're going to go right on that downbeat and take it nice and slow, yeah? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get the idea? And then after that, we're going to do that 4 times. Holds, take a minute, listen to the faster beat, and go in the end count. So what's going to happen is the first part is going to be on the downbeat. We're going to go on the 1. So we get it nice and easy and get the idea and flow of the movement, right? After the 4, we're going to hold, take a second, count off 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3. Kind of sort of makes sense? So you have 2 different modes. One is a slower downbeat. The second one is more on the upbeat with the end count. Does that make sense? Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Be brave. Going slow, yeah? On this downbeat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now here's the downbeat again. We're going to end counts, yeah? And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 5, 6, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Yeah? You did it. You just did it. You went slow, and then you went faster. And essentially, you yourself manipulated the downbeat in the music just by going in between the beats on the and counts. Does that make sense? I can't see what you're doing, but I'm sure you did a fantastic job. And I hope that was a challenge for you, or at least a new skill to learn. Now, for this next part, we're going to do this without music. I'm going to teach you basically the time step. And for my theater friends out there, I'm sure you already know, but this is a huge staple move that is used a lot. And there's many different kinds of variations, but for right now, I'm going to teach you the basic. But this basic part of it involves the flap a lot, which is why we've been working on it for this class. Cool? So essentially, it kind of works on the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. The timing of it is weird. It's manipulating both the downbeat and the in-between counts. I'm just explaining to you what the steps are and what you're doing, yeah? If you don't get it the first time, no worries. Like I said, rewind it. Take your own time with it. There's no pressure here. The only thing I'm asking is that you have a good time, and at least you enjoy it and learn something new. Cool. So here's what we're doing. You're going to start with your right foot, stomping to the front. 1, right? Stomping as it proclaims is both pieces of your feet slamming at the same time, or your shoes, excuse me, both nose of your shoes slam to the ground. This is 1. You're going to hop on your left foot. 2, yeah? And hop on the ball of your foot because you're going to need to get off of the weight from the right foot. So again, you have 1, 2. From there, the number 3 is going to be down onto the ground behind you. That's 3, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Now, when you put that foot down behind you, you're going to want to be in the balls of your feet because you're going to flop with your left foot, and you need to keep your weight a little forward, yeah? So you don't want to, reason why you don't want to be on your foot and your heel, because that tells your body to put your weight back here, and you need your weight a little bit forward, yeah? Because this next part's going to move forward. Let's try again from the top. You just did. 1, 2, 3. Yeah? One more time. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. From there, now if you notice some of the balls on my feet for both feet, you can see it here. This could be what we just did in our exercise, full lap, ball change. But with the left foot, right? Full lap, ball change. Now, what's going to help you with this, that's basically the entire step, right? Stomp, hop, step, full lap, ball change. On the ball change, yeah, this is the important part. The second foot that's coming down the ball of your foot is going to actually stomp instead of being on the ball of your foot. And I'll explain why in a second. So you're going full lap, ball, stomp your foot on the floor. Reason why is because this is your 1 for the next step, yeah? Trust me, it makes sense. So we just did, from the top of this part, we just did stomp, hop, step. Now we're going full lap, ball, change. From here, now you start immediately, this is your stomp that we just did before, now on the left side. So from here, the next step is to hop on this foot. Hop, step. Then from here, it's the same deal, but a different side. Flap will change on the right. Flap, ball, change. And like I said before, you are going to be in the ball of your feet for the first bar. Flat, ball of your foot, ball of your foot. Change, this change is going to have both feet on the ground. So if you notice, you're kind of finishing 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. So you're manipulating 4 counts to where you're starting to count, you're starting the movement over on the 1. Does that make sense? And that's why it can be a little tricky, because it's kind of manipulating the music a little bit, but it could be a little tricky in the mind. So let's try it again slowly. I'm going to count it, and hopefully you can understand what I'm talking about. So with the right foot first, you have stomp, hop, step, flat, ball, 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 change. Kind of sort of makes sense, yeah? Essentially, that's going to continue, and that's the time step. We've done the time step, right? But if you notice, when we flat ball change, that ending is also our beginning. And that's why this motion continues, because you're ending flat ball 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Kind of makes sense? Yeah? And I'm sure you know the hands. Yeah? Let's try it together. Kind of at a medium pace, and we're going to see how we do it, yeah? I didn't put music this time because it'd be a little difficult to try and find music to do this to that's not so fast, because most downbeats in pop music are, you know, like, to keep up with it would be pretty fast. But I want to go nice and slow so you have a better understanding of what we're doing, yeah? And eventually you can walk out of this saying, I know how to time step. So, next kind of pop. Starting with the right foot, going slow. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stomp, hop, step. Feel that ball, stomp, hop, step. Feel that ball, stomp, hop, step. Feel that ball, stomp, hop, step. Feel that ball. Now, if you notice, and it's kind of my bad, I always kind of, you know, change my body weight and getting with it, but that's because from the music. Generally, you're going to want to keep the box, which is your the angle of your body, forward, because this step is usually done. It's kind of line dancey-y, but just to keep a good form going, you don't want to change your body weight too much unless you do like an urban funk tap, right? Like, but in this case, we're just learning the basics. So keep in mind when you're doing this, my body is staying forward. Still keeping my knees bent, yeah, and not too low, which you can be. But for this, we gotta just stay nice and high. Because the entire time you're the ball of your feet, then you're down with the stomp, right? And this just helps with dynamics with dancing, yeah? Let's do it one more time together, nice and slow, and then we're gonna try a little faster, see how we do. 5, 6, 7, and stomp, hop, step, go back, ball, stomp, hop, step, go back, ball, stomp, hop, yeah. Hop, step, go back, ball, hop, hop, step, go back, ball, change, hop, step, go back, ball, change, hop, step, go back, ball, change. Kind of, sort of, just for the fun of it. Let's see how fast we can go. Not too fast. Let's see. I'm gonna go a little faster than that. Try it with me, see how it goes. Have a good time with it. Just for fun. Let's just see what happens. Yeah? Challenge us a little bit. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hop, hop, step. Go back, go change, hop, step. Not trying to make that any quicker. Hop, go change, hop, go back, go change, hop, go back, go change, hop, step. 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 Go back, go change. How'd you do? I'm sure you did great. No worries if you didn't get it. The entire point of this video is for you to learn something new or just have some fun with it. And if anything, learn at your own pace. Rewind this video, try it again, and just see how you do. And that's our time. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video today. If you enjoyed this basic tap class, I'm having another one on Saturday. We're just gonna break things down a little more and just, you know, for those of you who are brand new, that'll be the next class to look into that I'm teaching this week. I also have a lot of other beginner tap classes that you can look into. If you need something really, really broken down for you, down to the basics and the technique of it, check out my very first live video, which should be titled Beginner Tap 1. And that will teach you, basically, that's the most broken down video I have of tapping for beginners. If that helps you, I hope it does. But there's where you can find it. Be sure to like and also follow my page so you can keep up to date and get notifications of when I go live. Next class I'm going to have later, for those of you who want a bit of a challenge, I'm doing an intermediate tap piece. for those of you who want a tap choreography that will challenge you a little bit. Get ready to sweat because it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really active, and I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I also have my jazz class coming up on Friday. For those who want to learn, basically the breakdown of it is going to be that I'm teaching a jazz combination that would be pretty close to what an audition choreography would be. Instead of a piece that's artistic, it's a piece that's challenging so that it can help you work on audition choreography, if that makes sense. Basically choreography that is meant to test your skills and see what you have. And I encourage anybody, if you know someone that would appreciate this kind of class or would love any of the other classes that I have in my schedule, please share with them and let them know. And Carol, thanks so much. You're the best. All right, you guys stay safe, and I'll see you next time.